up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kandi's wedding, the series finale. And thank the Lord Jesus that it's done. I promise you. I know I said this at the end of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I've had enough of Kandi and all the rest of the girls. I don't want to see Carmen. I don't want to see Todd. I don't want to see Kandi, Mama Joyce, none of them. Okay, I'm through. And I'm not even sure if this show did Kandi any favors. I mean, I still really like Kandi. Kandi is still my girl, but kind of changed my views on Kandi. I just kind of see her a little bit differently. And then the sad thing about it is it feels like fucking November is right around the corner. Isn't that when Real Housewives of Atlanta comes back on again? I'm just like, oh, Lord. But we get what? This is July. We get a 4-month break, and then we got to see them all over again. So yeah, hopefully that 4 months will be enough. You know, absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get through this video real fast, y'all. I'm sorry, I know y'all be coming for certain things, but today, it ain't gonna be that today, okay? Just done. Let's go in the order of the show. Okay, Todd didn't go to the rehearsal dinner because, you know, Todd is still feeling some kind of way about the blow up that he and Kandi just had at the rehearsal. You know, Kandi is going to the rehearsal dinner because Kandi don't fuck around with wasting money. So, of course, while she's at the rehearsal dinner, and Todd went on to be with his boys, we got our respective peanut galleries, okay? On the girls' side, we got Rashida and Carmen and, of course, Kwame, because, you know, he's the bridesman. They're over there discussing, you know, that Kandi don't play and why Todd thought it was going to be any different. You know, he got with a bad boss bitch, and I was just like, oh, shut up. And then, of course, on the men's side, Todd was sitting with all his boys again. I was just like, ooh-wee. I'm telling you, y'all know how I feel about just grown men, okay? I bet you they table smell good. What kind of cologne y'all think they all wear? I bet you they wore some old men shit, Dracar. They some fine, big, burly, nice looking men. But anyway, they're on their side trying to tell Todd that, you know, he got to get some self-respect in his house, and, you know, he got to lay down the rule, and that everybody is treating him like a baby Stedman and all of that. You know, shit that both sides nobody really need to hear the day before their wedding. That's why this shit should have been done already. We've already discussed this. It's ridiculous that on the night before the wedding you are arguing about a prenup. Okay, we saw what happened to Usher and Tamika. That shit didn't happen, right? Because they couldn't get together with that prenup. So, you know, this can really offset a wedding. And of course the pressure of this show kind of changed the course of that. But yeah, it's just stupid and ridiculous that you guys are arguing about a damn prenup the night before your wedding. And, you know, Todd is saying the same thing. He don't want her money. Kandi is saying that it sounds like it's all about money. You know, Joyce is loving it. Just reveling in the fact. What does she say?
You know, Mama is very seldom wrong. This city slicker is looking for a payday.
Of course, Kandi is in the bathroom trying to talk to Todd on the phone. Joyce walks up and, you know, she gets off the phone because she doesn't want to talk to Todd in front of Joyce. But then she sits there and turns around and tells Joyce everything that's going on with the prenup. You know, with Joyce feeling the way she feels about Todd and this wedding and everything, Kandi should have just been like, you know what, Mama, everything fine. We all straight. Don't worry about it, okay? Why would you sit there and tell Joyce all the shit that you already know she gonna throw back in your face? Like, why? Okay, that's why you have your girls there, okay? You should go sit at the table and discuss the shit with your girls, because that's what they doing. Okay, and Kwame, always gotta add Kwame in. Joyce is sunshiny bright on the inside. She is so happy that there's something going on now, okay, and that there's a threat to this marriage. She said that marriage changes people, okay? A lot of things happen after you get married. It was so frustrating. Did you guys see when Mama Sharon walked her ass into that bathroom, honey? If she didn't cut that side eye so hard, she didn't say nothing, but she walked real close to him. I was like, yeah, that's some shit. You know, she wanted to bump, Mama Joyce in the back and keep going. I was just like, jump on her, Sharon. Oh my God. Not that I want old people to fight, you guys. I really don't. But I'm telling you, look, if we could have just taken about 30 years off of both Joyce and Sharon, who y'all think would win that fight? Okay. Sharon looked like she got them hands, but, you know, Joyce, she looked like she a sneaky fighter. Like she might have some weapons and shit, you know, razors and shit in her wig. So, but yeah, 30 years old. Which one would you guys think would win that fight? I still got my money on Sharon. Yeah, I think I will roll with Sharon. But yeah, Sharon walked in that bathroom And, you know, Kandi was just like, well, it's only can end one way, which is my way, okay? And, you know, if he don't sign the fucking thing, well, you know, it ain't gonna be nothing more than a damn really expensive party. You know, Sharon walked back out, still didn't say anything. You could tell she really wanted to. Okay, she had that look on her face like, she was walking around like she was Sharon. Oh, I know that shit had to be hard for her to just hold her tongue with this show. But anyway, you guys, what I thought was really cute was at the end of the day, you know, the boys asked Todd, you know, how do you feel about Kandi? You know, do you feel like you cannot live without her? He said, can't live without her. Okay, and you know, it was great. Okay, he was just like, look, he went on over to Kandi's house. He said, listen, Kandi, I just want a few things fixed on the prenup. And, you know, just call your lawyer and get that shit done. Other than that, I'll sign, okay? And Kandi was just like, okay. So, you know, it's just too bad that this had to happen this way. Because I feel like, you know, Todd is probably fucked in the end with this contract. He's in such a big rush to show to everybody that he's not after her money. Okay, he went against his lawyer's wishes and, you know, signed the prenup. When they came with the damn videotape and the lawyer and reading all the shit out loud and, you know, making sure that he didn't do it under pressure and that he was in his right mind and all of that. I mean, that's all fine and good. Of course, this is a business contract. Yes, it does kind of give you that feel that you're negotiating your divorce, like they said on Watch What Happens Live. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I just, I'm still, this prenup kind of got me all wrong. But you know what? He signed it. People still not satisfied, okay? People was on my Twitter last night still saying that he's suspect. And now they're saying, okay, he just gonna spend her money while he's with her. Okay, well, you know what? When you fucking get married, isn't that why you get married? I mean, that ain't the reason why, but that's one of the reasons why, okay? Because you are trying to improve your financial situation. You get with somebody so that you blend your finances together and you make even more. And you know, who's to say that Todd is going to have his hands on her money anyway? My husband and I have separate accounts, okay? And we've had separate accounts for about 15 years and about 8 months. Let me tell you guys, when we first got married, we tried to have our accounts together because my parents was like, you know, they have a joint account and then they have their own separate accounts as well. So we were just like, okay, well, we're going to do a joint account, you know. Let me tell you one motherfucking thing. When you have different shopping habits and different spending habits, that joint account can go fucked up real fast, okay? My husband, back then, people didn't use their debit cards the way we do now. So my husband back then, though, he was on it already. He was using his debit card all the time. Instead of, you know, just taking money out of the bank. You know, if I'm trying to keep the register, you using the debit card, not telling me what you used, yeah, that shit got old real the fuck fast, okay? You get that statement, you got all this shit on there that you ain't got on your records, and yeah, I am, you know, I'm real a stickler for my money. I'll be down to the penny. I need to know what the fuck is coming out of my account. All this debit card that I don't know about, you know what? Tell you one motherfucking thing, okay? All this you doing is way too much, okay? We was really getting into it, and that shit can fuck up your marriage, okay? Finances is one of the biggest problems in a marriage, okay? And that ain't nothing you need to be arguing right away with. So, you know, we tried to make it work for a couple of months. It was not working, and, you know, I was starting to feel like I'm doing something wrong. And, you know, I asked my mom again, because, I mean, I used to just ask my parents all the time. My mom said, if it ain't working, then stop doing it. I was like, okay. You know, so we separated that shit back out, and you know what? It's been honky-dory ever since, okay? So now I don't see why people think that, you know, he gonna be all in her account. My husband can't get into my account. I can't get into his account. I mean, it ain't no fucking top secret or nothing. I mean, I can get his debit card if he needs me to do something and vice versa. But yeah, okay, if the shit don't work that way, then you change it. Okay, so it's no rule that says that a married couple has to have their accounts, their finances blended, and especially when you get into situations like this where there's already some, you know, there's already some issue with the finances. I would imagine that maybe they might keep their finances separate. Okay, so, you know, people still saying he's suspect, he's still gonna spend their money. You know what? Some of y'all must be really miserable. You guys that always suspicious of something that's nothing there, that it's something wrong with y'all. Shit. Anyway, y'all can get back to the fucking wedding. I done got off. But I can tell you one thing though. You gonna marry a motherfucker just for love, okay? You gonna learn real fast that love don't pay no fucking bills. Don't nobody set out to marry no damn broke person. You trying to get some upward mobility in your life with each person that you date, and you know it gets more and more serious. So honey, that shit need to get better and better with each one. I'm sorry, okay? That love shit ain't gonna give you nothing but some fucking broke, hungry, starving days, nigga. Ramen days. Shit. Anyway, yeah, like I said, get back to this damn show. I'm gonna just talk about Joyce real fast because I just have to talk about Joyce real fast. I think she is the meanest, evilest, most conniving, manipulative, unhappy, backstabbing, just a old biddy. I mean, we've said all this before, but it's still, I don't know why it amazes us every time we get onto a new a new episode and she does something else. I just to see her face, you know, when somebody is really on the inside, the core of somebody is really a mean and nasty person. That's what Joyce is. I try real hard to try to see the good sides of everybody. When I be trying to look at everybody's other side, and I just can't do it with Joyce. She is just the nastiest, meanest person. Okay, talking about the makeup make her look dead. That's because you got a fucking black soul. Okay, that's why. Maybe the makeup is reflecting what the fuck it is. Okay, you just an old mean ass. You know, her sitting there talking about Todd in front of Todd's daughter, who's 17 years old, okay, comparing Riley to her and saying how Riley's a great girl and, you know, she's always number one or whatever the fuck she was saying. You know, the shit is just, certain things is just, it is not even an entertainment no more, okay? And Joyce knows that because she's a grown woman. That's why I'm saying that she's really just an evil, mean person. To just put a child who, if the child has any type of, you know, upbringing and respect for their elders, is not going to say anything back to her. Okay, so you just sitting there and just making this child feel uncomfortable. And, you know, she just, oh, she is horrible. And, you know, the fact that Kandi is still won't put her in her place, you know, that whole not today mama, or whatever she was saying, yeah, that shit is really not enough. Your mom is all out of pocket because she is allowed to be out of pocket. And of course, it had to come down to Riley crying and just be like, please don't argue, not today. Please stop it. I feel so sorry for little Riley because these are kids. Kids don't, you know, they don't even really understand all of everything. They just want everybody to be fucking happy, okay? And you know, for Joyce to bring in this whole other spirit, this whole other feel, you know, this whole other vibe. Yeah, so she just kills my vibe, like Jada say. When Jada says she knows she about to get in trouble or something, she's like, oh, I feel like my vibe about to get killed. She's an old ass bully. For her to say, you ain't gotta check me about how to be around no child. You know what, Joyce, you don't fucking know. Okay, because you're saying shit inadvertently, and anybody who has any goddamn sense know what you're talking about. Okay, so, you know, just whatever. And then for Kandi to kind of act like she didn't know, you was in the fucking conversation with her when she was talking about the girl. How is it that you don't know? Well, was you talking about Todd in front of her? Yes, Kandi, she was. And you were too. You were right there. See, this is, yeah, you acting like you don't know what's going on, but you know. Oh, let me get on to this wedding. Now, we get to this wedding, it goes exactly how I figured it would, okay? We already know Kandi is a fucking late ass. You can tell that she's used to being late because she wasn't even the least bit stressed about the fact that they was leaving the hotel to go to the venue at 7 o'clock. The wedding is supposed to start at 7. Okay, mind you, the people been there since 5:30. Okay, so 5:30. You leaving the hotel at 7, you still got to get to the place. And then when you get to the goddamn place, you mean to tell me this shit still ain't ready? They setting up still, people getting there, they setting up, and you know, it's just like going to a fucking house party. You know Kandi one of them ones that come out in their house coat and their fucking, you know, house shoes and still trying to run the wire with the DJ, and you know, you at the party like, and she's like, girl, I still gotta go back and get dressed. Like, you know, same thing with this wedding. She still got people getting ready, setting up the venue and all of that. And then get in there and you mean to tell me that these girls' dresses are not ready? Are you fucking serious? That would have given me, I don't know if it's the Capricorn. I think any regular person, I would have had a fucking fit. I don't hair. When I saw that girl sitting on that damn sewing machine, I said, no, the fuck, she ain't sewing nothing at the wedding time when people were supposed to. Are you crazy? But we already know why it wasn't that big of a deal to Kandi, because that shit was free 99. And we know that the way to Kandi's heart is something that's free. Okay? But I think that Rico, if the shit was too much for you, you should not have offered to do it. Okay? We could order these fucking dresses from Macy's. Okay? We'd have had this shit already. Okay? Because the dresses to me was not nothing all that exciting. I mean, Kandi's was the most work, obviously. You can look at, tell it took a lot. But the rest of them dresses, fuck. We could have went right on the Davis bridal, honey, and that would have been next. I'm trying to understand what is going on here. So you should have been like, I can't do all these dresses. Everybody else gonna have, you know, or something. I'm so fucking sick of Rico Chappelle. I'm just sick of him. I'm tired of looking at his face. I'm tired of hearing about him in the blogs. You know, I'm just tired of Rico. It's time for Rico to go somewhere. But whatever. It gets started and it's just like a regular wedding. Okay, Joyce is there and she's frowned up the whole entire time. Okay, even when it's time to give her away, you know, she just says, I do. She turn around and goes sit down. Everybody notices. Even Peter points it out. You know, Peter the bitch. He points out, you know, that because he keeping his eye on every motherfucking thing up in there. You know, Peter always up on it. So he is saying that, you know, she didn't acknowledge Todd or whatever, which nobody should have thought that she would. She just was nasty, just frowned up, just ugly face. The only one time that the lady tried to smile is when it was just a picture of her and Kandi. And if that didn't tell the story right then, if that didn't let you know exactly how Joyce felt just right in that little frame, her and Kandi, that's all she wants it to be. Okay, she don't want Kandi to ever find love and move forward with her life and be happy with another man. Oh yeah, I know she gave that fucking speech at the reception about how, you know, she hopes that Todd continues to make her daughter happy and everything, because she needed to say it, okay, because everybody was so you know, just through with Joyce. And side note, how about they cut off that speech that supposedly Fantasia gave? I was really waiting to hear it, but they cut the shit. They even put in chick instead of bitch, because I know she said that you've always been a down bitch, but then they said you've always been a down chick. I said, all right, bravo. I guess they said they can't have that today. Oh, and I must say that y'all saw how they kept on shading Sheree. They never would say who she was. You know, every time they would show Lawrence or something, she was just sitting next to him and they just said Lawrence Kandi's friend. And I was just like, well, damn. So then I said, oh, okay, well, maybe she ain't gonna be on Real Housewives of Atlanta like everybody's been saying. But honey, let me tell you something. Sheree's fan club this morning tweeted me and was just like, bitch, she gonna be on the show. She's already signed her contract and everything. So I was just like, oh, excuse me. So yeah, I guess y'all heard it here. Okay, Sheree is supposedly definitely back on the show. I still gotta see it to believe it, but that's what they saying. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be a pretty interesting season. But yeah, I guess they was like, let me tell this bitch something. I was like, oh, excuse me, Sheree Whitfield's fan club. Anyway, yeah, getting back to the wedding, it's just like how weddings go. The reception was cool. You could tell everybody was tired and over it. They had Belle Biv DeVoe singing Poison, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Poison is my fucking theme song. And you want to see Rocky act a fool? I love that. If I hear that song anywhere in the club, I don't care if I'm peeing. I'm fixing to shoot it out real fast so I can get out to that dance floor. I love that song. It does something to the inside of me. It makes me, you know, when it goes doom 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 that should be jamming. I fucks it up on that song, if I may say so myself. So anyway, y'all, supposedly they also had Dougie Fresh there, and it looked like it was a good time. Kandi said that it was over too fast, and just like I told you guys, weddings are just one day. It's completely over when it's over. Okay, you go through all of that for months ahead of time, and then when it gets to be the day, that's it. Okay, so that's why I'm saying you put all that into the wedding. You need to put all that fucking energy into your marriage. Okay, that's the shit that's gonna last way longer. I mean, way longer. So all that fanfare for honey, that, you know, and especially if you have a night wedding, if you have a wedding, like I had my wedding was at 5 o'clock, 5:30. And, you know, by the time you do everything and party and all of that stuff, shit, by 10 o'clock, everybody is through. They tired, they over it, they don't want to do no more wedding, okay? So, you know, and I told you guys what happened at my wedding. We lost that fucking money bag. You know, I had gave the money back to my mother. And, you know, when everybody went back to their rooms, since we got married at the Marriott in Manhattan Beach in California, so after everybody had went back to their rooms, then my husband and I was like, where the fucking money bag at? So we went was trying to find my mother. We could not find my mother. Then I wasn't sure if she had the money bag. And I was knocking on their room door and they wasn't answering the door. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I went to security. I was like, y'all gonna have to open this room. I don't know if my parents is something wrong with them. And I knew for a fact that my dad was in there, probably knocked out because he was stone drunk. Okay, he was real happy to marry his daughter off. But the security came and opened the door, and my dad, like I said, was sprawled out on the bed, and my money bag was sitting on the table. So yeah, we got the money bag. My mom ended up being in one of her other friends' rooms visiting with her other friends. So yeah, we got the money bag and took it back to our room. But honey, we were so fucking stressed out and upset from trying to figure out if our thousands of dollars. Because honey, I'm gonna tell you, we got a whole bunch of money at my money dance. Oh my God, they was pinning the money on me like, it was great. We had so much money. So anyway, why was I even saying all of that? I was saying that we was so tired after that, we almost didn't have time to go back to the room and consummate the marriage. But yeah, we did though, almost. We made it. That is it. Like I said, I'm glad the show is over, and I'm still trying to work on 4 videos a week. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to replace this show with something. I don't know what. It's not going to be a reality show. It's not going to be a scripted show. I don't want to do any more TV shows. Okay, I just don't want to do nothing else TV. But I want something else to do. So y'all give me some suggestions what y'all think I should do. Thinking about Roxicology. Thinking about maybe somebody give me a topic of the week or something. But I'm over. I don't want to do no more TV shows. It's just, I just don't feel like it. So yeah, y'all leave some suggestions of what y'all think I should do down in the comment section, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to get on up out of here, get on back to work. All right. So, I want you to remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.